Hey, and welcome to P&W Repair. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Andy. We're doing something a little different on the channel today. We're going to go ahead and replace the hot water heater in my house. Off of the serial number, I've looked it up. Turns out it was manufactured in 2000, which makes it 25 years old. So that's a pretty good run for a water heater. I have never flushed it, not once. Till the other day when it stopped heating, and at that point I went to flush it out and found that it was plumb full of sediment, and so plumb full that it wouldn't move any water. Even after cracking the lines, my cold in, my hot out on the top of the tank, making sure it wasn't airlocked, still nothing. It would move the cold water supply if the valve was open out of the drain, and that was it. So it's pretty full of sediment. Figure I'd go ahead and film it. It's not rocket science, but there's a lot of people that might be curious about it, or gotta wonder why a plumber charges so much for something that's so simple to replace. So hang out if you're at all curious, and I'll show you how to do it. I went ahead and I already started the job. I've removed the line from here to here, which is the hot water supply from the tank. Over here, this is your cold water in. There's a ball valve that's shut off. Forgot to mention this is an electric water heater, so be sure to turn the breaker off if you're working on an electric one. I have a AC voltage detector here just to verify that none of these wires are hot, right? So breaker's off, water supply's off. I'm going to go ahead and remove that line as well. Followed by, we have a soldered joint for our pressure relief valve. So what I'm going to do is similar to what someone in the past has already done. Take a hacksaw, we're going to cut through this piece of copper pipe, and we're going to install a shark bite or a quick bite in place after we remove this section of the pipe. We'll cut this, thread this off of the pressure relief valve, install our new tank, thread this on the new pressure relief valve, put a shark bite in place of it, rather than soldering the joint. Shark bites or quick bites, whatever you want to call it, a lot quicker. So, I mean, pretty straightforward here. We're going to remove that line. We're going to take our wire nuts off, remove those. I've taken the straps loose off the tank already. I may try to put a hose on it one more time and get as much water out of it as I can. Granted, we don't have a huge run to my back door, but it's a long enough run. If that thing's full of water, it's not going to be lightweight. This is a 50-gallon tank, so I guess we're going to find out. I always have at least one person out there that has to complain about wanting to see everything that I'm doing. So this video is for you. Lovely. Okay, that does not look great at all. Let me get some more paper towels. It is like black, crusty junk. That's galvanized. Looks like that nipple. That is galvanized. Why the hell would you put galvanized in there? Why is that not brass? I wish I would have known that. I would have picked that up when I was at the plumbing supply. But what I'm gonna do is get, let me find, here's what we'll do. Just to kind of flush that garbage out so we're not pushing it right into the new tank. Look how nasty that is. It's barely getting anything through there. It's a big old gob of something. Let me kind of clean that inlet out. This is like rocks. That's all sediment that's in the tank too. It's just different minerals and stuff in the water. I am on a well. So it's just different minerals over the years. Get into it and they'll corrode stuff, and man, that's nasty. Nasty. There's a lot of sediment in it. So it needs it regardless, but that water flow issue with this gravel sediment here is not helping any. Let me take you off the tripod and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Focus. All that. That's not good. You don't typically want that in your water inlet. So our next step, we're going to go ahead, remove these wire nuts. We're going to go out to the shop and grab a hacksaw, and we're going to hack through our pressure relief drain pipe here. Let me go get a hacksaw. Let's carry on, shall we? Go ahead and undo our electrical connection here. Just a couple wire nuts. Come on, little buddy. Now, just to be 150,000% that we're not, dealing with hot wire here. Nothing. Now, with that, have better access to our pressure relief drain. I'm gonna go somewheres right in the middle-ish. Well, I do need to know, is the pressure relief central on my new tank? Let me get my new tank, go take a peek at that before I go hacking that. Turns out the new tank pressure relief valve is actually on the side, roughly about here, which is right where my drain's at, unfortunately. For the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and hack it off at this T, and we will run it with no pressure relief hooked up to our drain, being that it's brand new. We don't expect it to, blow that valve open. So next time I get a chance to run down to the plumbing supply, I'll figure something out. But for the time being, here's how we're going to remedy that issue. I'm also thinking, I wonder, because man, they did not leave a whole lot to work with here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a hold of my brother-in-law, whom is a plumber, and run this by him and see what he thinks the best option is here. But I think for the time being, just so I can fit the new tank in there, it's not even going to fit in here unless I cut it all the way at this elbow. So, or maybe a skosh off of that, so I could potentially use a shark bite there if I need to. But even then, I mean, the width of that, it's going to put it somewhere out there, so I'm still going to run into the tank, even if I had like a 90-degree. And that wouldn't make any sense to have pressure relief go out, up, and then back down to the drain. So we're overthinking something that shouldn't be overthought. We're just going to cut it. We'll worry about it some other time. Okay. Now, tank is free. Let's see if it's even at all manageable. I'm gonna have to go out to the shop and grab, I have an appliance dolly. I'm gonna have to go grab that. Depending on how much water is in this thing still, it could be quite a chore to get to this door here. I mean, after it's to the door, it doesn't matter. I can go get a tractor or something, but yep, super lightweight, especially in a closet, dude. Thing is, I need to get it to the base of the closet at a bare minimum here, so I can actually tilt it back and get the dolly under the thing. It's definitely got water in it. Oh, come on, baby. Or it's plumb full to the top. I should be able to get my dolly in there. Let's go grab a dolly. You may be asking yourself about now whether I am a mechanic or a plumber. Depends on the day. Oh yeah. Lightweight. Jesus. Let's go get the tractor. This is freaking heavy. Scoot it over to the edge. Try to drain anything out of it. I'm sure glad I didn't go with the short and fat 50 gallon, because this could not be any tighter. This is just, I guess, maybe an inch or so wider than the old one. 50 gallon like the old one, but we're right up against this air handler drain, pushing on it, and right up against the door frame. So oh yeah, got him. As long as I can situate my tank straps back around. Well, come on, bitch. Jesus. That's a hot fit. Like, my goodness. I don't think I could have got that any tighter of a fit. Wow. And we have a drain pan now, so that's cool. Oh, come on. Got you. Yeah, this thing's definitely a different diameter. I guess don't rely on Google AI to tell you, even when you look up your existing tank model. Don't rely on Google AI to be correct with the measurements, because they clearly were not. They said my tank was, I want to say, right under 4 feet tall. It was like 47.5 by 22. Not a chance. It's easily 5 foot, I'd say. And definitely a smaller diameter. Well, that tank strap's right in the way. Okay. So we're going to have to relocate on that one. Now, to prevent this from, continually leaking out of this ball valve, go ahead and install that one hose. So this is our cold water supply. Since this connection's so rotted, I'm probably, even though these are a O-ring fitting, that's not going to seal. Pour hot water on there. That one doesn't look all gummed up because it is a copper thread or brass thread. It looks copper. So we can rely on our line nuts rubber washer for our sealing surface there. I won't worry about that one at all. Snug that one up. Snug them up down on our tank. Like that. Now, let's get at least this bottom strap on for the moment. Tank strap. And then, well, while I got you up here, we'll hook our electrical back up. Simply gonna reuse the line nuts. You gotta be kidding me, and that's not even a slotted screw. Come on. And there's no knockout in it, that's weird. Let's see, will our old deal just fit right in place of it? No. Because it's right there. Knockouts on this side. Interesting. So with that, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to take a slotted screwdriver. Remove our ground or earth. I don't know. I don't deal in AC crap. I'm a freaking mechanic. I don't know which one's ground and which one's neutral. I want to say the bare copper is your ground. I don't know. Don't quote me because I have no idea. I'm just playing plumber today. Why did they? Some people's kids, I tell you. All right. Get that out of the way. walk into the shop, so we're going to make do with an oversized adjustable wrench. For these teeny tiny screws. See, I don't know how I'm going to make that pressure relief ever work. Like, the drain's in the wrong freaking spot, dude. I don't know. Brother-in-law said, don't even worry about it. It's never going to open. Which, if this was a gas hot water heater, I'd probably be a little more worried about that. An excessive pressure opening that pressure relief valve, but being that we're not talking gas, we're talking electric, I tend to think, yeah, he probably knows what he's talking about. And then, okay, so how'd they do the ground wrapped up on that? Oh, it's because it wasn't. Dang it. Oh, okay, so rather than have the ground on this plate with the knockout, they have the ground located down in this housing. Of course, freaking Phillips. I swear, like, why can't we just standardize shit? Why does everything have to be different on everything? It's retarded. Now, when it comes to wrapping solid copper wire, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So if I tighten it, or if I hook it, put my screw in there that way, and you tighten it, it's not going to unravel that loop, it's going to tighten it. Pro tip. If you didn't figure that out on your own. And actually, I brought some lineman pliers in with me to play electrician, look like the real deal. I'm going to close my loop up even tighter, switch that loop together before I tighten it down. Good and tight. Black to black, red to white. Sure, my elbow's right in your frame too. Sorry about that. Tight. Oh, Lordy. Oh, come on. Dude. We're almost there. There we go. How'd that other deal go in? Sure it's sandwiched. Yep. Like so. So, I mean, in all honesty, the tooling required for a job like this, pretty minimal. Couple adjustable wrenches, couple screwdrivers. Nothing real crazy. You know how I'm 100% sure this tank is bigger in diameter? That thing comes nowhere near closing now. Like, nowhere near. This thing's significantly bigger in diameter. Luckily, these are adjustable, so. Something like that. Let's go one more back. I gotta wonder, what is the correct way to do that? I mean, do you do it like that? Or do you do it how they had it, where it's folded over and it's just one notch separating them? Seems to me as though this would be significantly stronger. Not that it really matters, probably, but we're gonna just do it like this because I'm a professional mechanic slash plumber slash electrician. At least this way it's not going to fall out, huh? So I'm back from the hardware store, and I did end up getting a new ball valve to replace that as well. It is suddenly clear to me why they had galvanized pipe in there and not a brass nipple, just because it seems like that's not nearly as common as I thought it might have been. So we're doing the same exact thing. We got the same style of valve and same style of nipple, galvanized, and we're gonna go ahead and shut off the main water supply from our well house here. Simple as crawling here with all the spiders. Shut that off. I had some choice words for this ball valve, so you did miss me breaking it loose, but I was successful in getting it loosened up. So we're going to finish threading it out. Just enough clearance to get by the electrical. It's filled with garbage. Lovely. Got a shiny new valve, as well as a shiny new piece of galvanized. rather than making a big mess with the pipe dope like I originally opted for, we're going to go ahead and use Teflon tape this go around. Meow. To wrap Teflon tape, you always wrap, well, if it's a right hand thread, left to right. There's a reason for that. Explain that when we get to that point. And my plumber brother-in-law has always been a huge proponent of using a metric ton of Teflon tape on all fittings. So I Teflon tape the shit out of it when I tape it. So I'm going to do both ends of this nipple. Always makes the most sense to me to end your wrap of the tape higher up on the threads too. Now, the reason we wrap left to right is so when we start to thread in, had that tape been laying this direction, it would just grab the threads and start to unravel it. Whereas if we wrap right to left, it can't do that. See what I'm saying here? Now, I'm gonna take one of these guys, my pipe wrench, and I'm gonna get this nice and snug. Like that. Probably don't need this sticker on there, or tag. Do need to get back here and wrap this fitting with some Teflon. Which I'm sure that's going to be a great time. Meow. Well, that worked out. That was the end of that roll. Cool, dude. We'll thread the valve back in now. I need to hold that pipe going into the wall. So we'll hold that. We'll get this thing back vertical. Like that. us putting our line back on here. We'll go back outside, turn the water back on. Come in here, turn the water on, check for leaks. Then we'll go back out and flip the breaker. If there's no leaks, obviously, and we'll start heating some water. And the guy will be able to take a warm shower today rather than an ice shower. I guess, you know, it could have been slightly worse. This could have happened in the middle of winter and not in summer. That should be plenty. With our Teflon and our O-ring. I'm gonna go back out, turn the water on, then we'll check it for leaks. Water's back on out at the pump house. Turn this one on now. We got some leakage. Can't even believe it. Still looks like that thing has a leak. I guess more pipe dope? Like, come on. Or Teflon tape? Yeah, it's got a tiny, tiny leak still. Damn it. How tight can I possibly get that? You know what I mean? I don't want to break that brass valve. Well, we were finally leak free. I did go ahead and go down to the plumbing supply and pick up a new galvanized nipple and ball valve that I installed off camera, simply because it's getting pretty frustrating with this whole leak situation. So we got those all installed. Went ahead and bled the system. To do that, it's simple enough. Go ahead and pull the aerator out of one of the faucets. Open the hot water side on your faucet. Open that ball valve on your cold supply in. Let the tank fill. Once it starts pushing water out of the faucet, let it run for a couple minutes. Shut the water off. Put your aerator back in. It's bled of air. That simple. From there, just went out to the breaker panel, kicked the hot water heater breaker back on, came in here and set our desired temperature to 140 degrees, being that we're on a well. That 140, they say, will ensure that you're killing off any bacteria that may be in your well water. Not as big of a deal if you're on city water, because, you know, chlorine, but you don't have that on a well. So we have ours set to 140 to ensure that we are bacteria free. And we are back in action. This thing's all heated up and we got hot water. Don't really have a great way of showing you that aside from maybe putting some in a glass and putting a thermometer in it, but take my word for it that it's got hot water in it. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I do appreciate you watching if you made it this far. I know it's completely out of the norm for my regular type of content, but just something different, and that's what I'm doing this weekend, so I figured I'd go ahead and film it. And if you liked it, please hit that thumbs up. You know, give it a share, or if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It costs you nothing. It does greatly help out my channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.